Hey, what is up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of One Step Away. This is the place where you get motivation, tips, tactics, and strategies on how to achieve online success. I am your host, Cam Jennings, and you could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you chose to spend a few of your minutes right here, right now with me. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Thank you so much, and welcome to the show. By the way, just before I get into today's show, I just want to remind everybody to get over to patreon.com/ One Step Away podcast. That's the official home of One Step Away. So be sure to get over there and check it out. That's patreon.com/ One Step Away podcast. So, first of all, let me just say this. I decided to shoot today's episode on video. As we do this episode, I'm actually shooting this on a live stream to Facebook right now. So that's something new. We're going to see how that goes. It's quite late at night. It's about 11 p.m. as I'm shooting this. So, we'll see how it goes. So if people start talking to me on here, then that's why the stream will be a little bit different because I'm responding to people's questions. But am I talking about today? What I want to talk about today is I want to give you 3 points about MMO, 3 points about online business. Um, this is like 3 points that I've noticed over the years that might help you if you're trying to get started with online business. You haven't had a lot of luck. You're trying to succeed online. Hopefully these 3 points will help you. These are 3 things that I've noticed a lot when it comes to newer people trying to get things moving and they're not having a lot of success. 3 points about online business and MMO. Okay. So the first point that I would make, it's really funny. I actually just talked to someone tonight about this very thing. But the first thing that I would say, you guys, is that everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to hunt. That's the first thing I would say when it comes to online business. And what I mean by that is like nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to do any work. Maybe it's the sales pages making things sound really easy just to get you to buy things. Maybe it's just, you kind of come with this preconceived notion that you're not going to have to work online. I don't know what exactly it is, but what I have found is that everybody wants to eat. And by eat, I mean everybody wants that easy money. But what I found is nobody wants to hunt. And what I mean by that is, nobody wants to put in the work that's required to really make sustainable money online. Um, and the solution to that is very simple. When you want to start making money online, you need to be ready to work, right? Be ready to put the work in because that's what's going to be required. You're going to have to have to be ready to actually put some work in to make things happen. Um, you know, in my experience, like real online business, like it takes work, man. It takes energy, it takes effort, it takes time to get it working, it takes adjustment, it takes all those things. So, like when you see a sales page that says, "Hey, easy to set up, you can do this within 10 minutes, you'll be making money." Uh, that doesn't really, compute to me. That hasn't been my experience. Um, maybe sometimes there's a loophole here and there where you can earn money fairly quickly, but it doesn't always last. And generally there's some kind of a learning curve, at least somewhere. I mean, if something's really easy and it doesn't take any time at all to set up, and anybody can do it, and you'll be off to the races within 15 minutes of buying this product, well then generally those kinds of things, they get saturated very, very quickly, and pretty soon there's so many people trying to do it that hardly anybody's making any money anymore, right? So sometimes the barrier to entries are helpful, right? They just are. People being lazy is beneficial to you because that'll keep a lot of your competition away. So that's kind of good sometimes. But the point is, if you're serious about trying to do something online, then you got to be ready to hunt. You got to be ready to hunt. Everybody wants to eat, nobody wants to hunt. Everybody wants to pet the cat, nobody wants to clean the litter box. Right? That's the way that I have found it to be online. Right? And the person who's willing to clean the litter box and pet the cat, that's the person who does pretty good. The person who's willing to hunt for their food, they do pretty good. But, that's not everybody. There's a lot of people with that preconceived notion that they do not want to hunt. They do not want to clean the litter box. They just wanna pet the cat. They just wanna eat, and that's it. Um, People don't wanna work hard. They didn't come here to work hard. A lot of people are already working hard. They're working hard in their day job. So, like, they don't wanna come online and have to work hard. That don't sound fun. But in my reality, that's been what it is. It's you have to there's like things you have to learn. There's like disciplines that you have to learn, you have to get good at. And then you have to apply them and you have to execute your plans. And then those plans don't always go the way you want them to. So you have to adjust things and you have to keep on going, right? Sometimes you get knocked off the horse and you have to get back up and get back on the horse. And it's difficult sometimes. It's not always easy at all. But that's it, right? That's it. That's the idea of owning a cat that you can pet, but you have to, change the litter box. That's the idea of eating, but you have to be a good hunter, right? So yeah, man, you have to be ready to work hard if you want to succeed online. That's just the way it is. The second point that I would make to you guys is that I find that people give up far too quickly. They just give up way, way too fast, you know? And I think that it's a matter of commitment, right? They're just not committed enough to what they're trying to do, and that's what it is. I don't know. It feels like people give up faster now than they used to. Um, I was talking to somebody the other day about how like I felt like around 2016, 2017, you could tell people that like you could get results for them within 30 days and that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty acceptable. But now it feels more like you need to try to get results for people within 7 days, right? Or you're going to lose them. They're going to be over it, right? And I think that's absurd. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. I mean, you don't start like a real online business in 7 days. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. It doesn't even begin to make any sense. But that's the kind of like delusional landscape that we live in, where people just want results fast. And I think it comes back to people don't come online to work hard. They don't come online to create some kind of a second job. They came online line for that quick, easy money, and they already got a job they hate. They don't want another job they hate, right? And I respect that. I respect that. But in my experience online, it is work, and you do have to work at it. It's something that requires several disciplines that you have to get decent at. And it's like you either have to be the one who's doing it, or you have to learn how to do it enough so that you can hire someone and you can make sure they're doing it right. Either way, you have to learn it. So you have to learn these disciplines, and it requires commitment. So yeah, I think that people give up far, far too quickly. I really do. You know, they commit to projects, they don't commit to them long enough. Um, I think that like when you start a new project, I think you ought to commit to it. You need to determine how long you're going to commit to something. I mean, what's the point of wasting your time on something if you're not even going to commit to it for 1 month? If you can't even commit to a project for 30 days, you don't even belong doing it. It doesn't even make sense. This person says, I'm working hard on short form video trying to get a job. I understand. I understand. That sounds cool, man. That sounds really good. Short form video. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, if you can't commit to something, if you can't commit to a project for 30 days, you probably have no business doing it. You probably shouldn't even be doing it. So yeah, I think people give up far too quickly. I think that you need to be resolved, right? When you say, okay, I'm going to do this, I am going to do this, I'm going to put some effort in on this, and I'm going to be committed to it. Give yourself a timeline, right? Say, I'm going to commit to this for 30 days. I'm going to commit to this for 60 days. Let me see what happens, right? Evaluate yourself every week. How's it going every single week? And if you get to the end of that 30 days or you get to the end of that 60 days and nothing's happening, okay, move on. But you need to commit to things for a finite amount of time, and you need to measure your results. And if you can't do that, then you don't belong in that thing that you're looking at. All right, that's just the way it is, man. So yeah, I think that second thing is people just give up far too quickly. And then I think with the third thing that I would say that I've noticed with people is they get distracted, right? People get distracted far too, fast, right? Far, far too fast. People get distracted. They get distracted far too easily. Not fast. They get distracted far too easily, right? And I don't think that's necessarily their fault. There's a lot of things to be distracted by on the internet these days and in real life. Let's be honest. There's a lot of things to be distracted by in real life. I remember a couple months ago, it was all about the Ukraine, right? Everybody was talking about the Ukraine. Now it's like that's gone, right? Where'd that go? That war's still going on, but no one's talking about it anymore. It's like it's off the radar. It's amazing how the switch gets flipped in the 24-hour news cycle. But the point is, people get distracted too easily, um, when it comes to like online business and when it comes to like projects that you're trying to do, you can't afford distractions. I mean, if you're trying to build a website, if you're trying to build a business, you're trying to build some kind of brand equity within that brand, within that business that you got, you can't afford to be distracted by like five other things. All right, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, like the more time and energy that you split up, like the less efficient and effective you're going to be in all areas. Okay, so like to me, I've never been good at dividing my attention among a bunch of different projects. I mean, I have to really 100% focus on one project at a time, and that's how it's been for me, and I've operated my best. Now, like for me, like right now, one of my big focuses is on newsletters. I put newsletters out every month. And, I mean, I do have a couple of case studies and stuff going on the side, and I do run, a membership site as well. But, I've been doing this for a long time. So yeah, I can run several different little projects at the same time, but my main focus is still like I would say 70% of my energy is focused on my main publishing, right? And I think if you're first getting started, like 100% of your energy and time that you have to dedicate to your business, it should just be focused on the one project. That's it. You shouldn't be focused on like 10 other things. It doesn't make any sense, right? All you're going to do is lower your chances of success at everything. This whole like idea of I'm just going to throw a bunch of paint at the wall and see what sticks. I don't subscribe to that. I don't think any of that paint's going to stick. I think you're going to be so like frazzled and so just like not really trying hard enough with any of them because you're trying so many of them that like none of it's going to work, right? And like when you do see things that are important, like data points, right? Or things that would be an indication that you need to adjust something in that project, you won't notice those things. You won't see them because you're focused on nine other things, right? So you're not going to see the adjustments that need to be made in that one area because, first of all, you're not a master of it yet. You're trying to figure it out. Second of all, you got nine other things going on, right? So, like, your attention and your energy and your time are all divided among too many things. You just need to focus on the one thing and get that making money and get it successful. And then start kind of, branching out a little bit and figuring other things out. But yeah, when you're first getting started, there's really no point to it. So that's what I'd say about that. So let me just recap this really quick. So 3 points about online business and MMO, especially make money online. Um, Everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to hunt, right? And translation, you have to be ready to work hard. Okay. You got to be ready to work hard in whatever project you're going to get involved in. Okay. Two, people give up far too quickly. Okay. You got to be resolved in your commitment. Okay. If you're going to commit to a project, flip and commit to it. All right. Stop messing around, trying to do all these other things, trying to half ass everything. Commit to the damn thing. Spend your time doing it and see if you can do it the best job you can do it. Right. And then number three, people get distracted far too easily. Right. If you're going to do something, man, stop trying to do like eight different things at once. Focus on the one thing, see if you can get it to money. Okay. Get the one thing to money before you start branching out. All right. Stop focusing on like 3 or 4 different things. All you're going to do is make yourself far less efficient in all those things. So, anyways, those are the 3 big ones that I've noticed with a lot of newbies and a lot of people who haven't had a lot of success online. Oh, and one more thing, like, you know, I've found that like because of just like who I am, I'm a very down to earth individual. Um, This guy says I made $5 tonight on a live stream. Whoever this is, like I can't see it. Just says Facebook user for me, but congratulations on your live stream tonight. That's awesome. $5 on a live stream, it's great. It sounds like it's working for you. Yeah, I would keep on doing it, man. I would, I would keep on doing it. Double down on the live streams. For sure. If that's working for you, that's what I would do. Um, I'll tell you personally, let me say this before I get off here. One thing I would say that I really don't like, okay? First of all, I will say that because of how I am, I'm a very down to earth individual. And because I dress down quite a bit, I don't try to impress anybody or dress fancy. Um, what I find is that a lot of people go to other people first. And then once they get screwed over a bunch of times by these, kind of like fake gurus or whatever, then they circle back around to me, right? And I think it's funny because like that's a lot of my customers. I have a lot of customers who have been my customers for years, and I've made friends of a lot of the people on my newsletter, and they just stay on my newsletter for years, but they don't end up on my newsletter until they've been, screwed over by these gurus. Like they've all been through the ringer, right? And what's funny is a lot of these guys will, even though they're on my list and they understand how I do things and they understand like the way I teach things, it doesn't matter. It still won't stop them from going out there and trying to hit those easy money buttons. It's not going to stop them, man. I mean, the lure of the easy money button doesn't go away. Just because you're on the right path, just because you're trying to do the right thing, like work is not fun, right? You might like working for yourself. You might like doing things online and it's awesome and you're having a good time, but work is still work, man. I mean, you're still going to have days where you don't feel like doing things. I got things in my business I don't feel like doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. There's going to be parts of it you don't like doing, right? And I think that's just the way it is. So the lure of the easy money button's always there. It's still there. And I tell you what I really hate, man. I really hate is when someone emails me or someone asks me what I think about something. Well, like what do I think about this program or what do I think about this product? And that product or that program has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Like I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what they're talking about. So then, like for me to give them an answer on that, I literally have to waste my time and go figure out what the hell that thing is they're talking about and do some kind of research on it just to give them an answer. Like I hate that, man. I absolutely hate it. And you guys might be out there thinking like, man, that's weird. That's a weird thing to hate. But what can I tell you? I've been doing this for a long time and I know what works. And I try to stick to my plan. I try to stick to my 3 to 5 things a day that I have to do. And I just like I don't like dealing with a bunch of crap that has nothing to do with me. And I don't like dealing with a bunch of like other people's projects that I don't have anything to do with. That's just kind of how I am. I mean, you know, if people want to listen to me and hear what I have to say, then I like teaching people and teaching people what I do to make money and teaching them how to run their own publishing companies and how to make things happen. But, even it's not like there's some kind of magical, secret or something. It's just like knowing what to do, knowing what's required, getting better at it because it is a discipline and it takes time and it takes practice and it takes a lot of like consistency, right? You have to be consistent in your publishing. And I think that you know, people dig what I do and they like me, but they don't like the idea of being consistent with their work. And they don't like the idea of being, publishing consistently. That sounds like a lot of work to them. And they're always looking for that easy money button. And then they love to like email me and ask me what I think of this or what I think of that. And like, here's the thing, man. Like if I want to promote something, I'll tell you about it in email. right? But like, man, I hate it when people are asking me about stuff that I'm not even promoting. I mean, like, what do I think of this? What do I think of that? I don't know, man. I don't really have time to run over here and look at this or that just to tell you what I think about it, right? And I don't care about it, especially if like it's some kind of dumbass like shiny object thing that, what are you even messing with it for? Like, what are you doing? Are you going to start a business, or are you going to doink around with all these little products all the time and just keep on, starting like 8 or 9 or 10 different projects all the time and not do anything, right? Just doink around and flounder at the bottom and, get on Facebook and complain about how you can't make nothing work. But what are you going to do? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. So like, I don't get it, and I hate getting dragged into it. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I hate it. I hate getting dragged into it, man. Don't drag me into it. If you want to doink around at the bottom, buying all this crap all the time, and messing around, or buying someone's $500, you know, flip a website system, or buying this $97, affiliate niche bull crap or whatever, do whatever you want to do. I don't really care. Don't drag me into it. I don't want to waste my time. So I don't know, man. That's kind of what I was thinking about. So I just thought I'd get that off my mind, get that off my chest, and what better place to do that than on Facebook on a live stream at about 11 o'clock at night. So, anyways, that's all I got, man. I don't know if you're gonna get anything out of this live stream or not. Um, this is a podcast episode. I don't usually do podcast episodes live stream like this. This is kind of a new thing. Well, I'll take that back. A couple years ago, I was doing epicconversions.com podcast, and I did that live stream, and it was a lot of fun. But I haven't done it for a while. And so yeah, this has been pretty cool. We'll see if this does good, and if it does good, maybe I'll do some more of these. If you guys like these live stream style podcast episodes, maybe I'll do more. But listen, guys, I'm still doing the One Step Away podcast. I'm doing 2 episodes a week. One episode is public. That's what this episode is. One episode's exclusive. It's over there on patreon.com/One Step Away podcast. That is all I got. I hope you guys have an amazing night. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll see you on the next episode of One Step Away. All right, that's the audio, guys. That's in the books. Thanks for hanging out with me on Facebook, you guys. I will get these podcast episodes up, and anyways, hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace, everybody.